Good morning. It's finally Friday. Finally Friday. Finally Friday. We made it. You know, for the rest of us, for those of us that are just lame and don't really have a life, it's just another day. But to some of y'all, you live for the weekend. It's finally Friday. Finally Friday. I don't know how anybody can be so pissed off. Of course, you know me, I'll go peek in and listen. God damn, people are already pissed off and ranting away this morning. Must got her fucking vag hairs all tangled up in a wart. Oh, what cup of coffee do I want to drink out of? I guess this one. No, seriously, like. Oh my god. Girl, go wax so your pubes ain't fucking all tangled up. You ain't so fucking angry. There ain't nothing this. Oh my god, there's nothing out here to be that angry about. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give her a fucking cookie. Give her some goddamn taffy. Something. Make her stop. Take her to a waxing parlor. Oh, Christ. Anyway. Well, my dogs don't like me right now, so. Mason's thinking he's going to get shaved, but sister absolutely doesn't like me. She wouldn't even sleep next to me last night. She's still in bed and she's quite pouty this morning. So, haircuts didn't make friends. And I even was able to go back in and clean her up and smooth her out. She still doesn't like me. You have a sick dog this morning. I got pouty dogs this morning. Well, Mason's not so pouty, but Addie's totally pouty this morning. Oh, you feel it's nearing his time. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Canvas. That really sucks. Oh. I got a little old man like that too. Some days Mason does really good, and I think, oh, he's going to last another 10 years. And then there are other days that, nope. I'm like, oh shit, he's not going to make it. But it's so weird. Oh my God. So today is one of those days. 2 days ago, he was like a spring chicken. Yeah, I hit something. I'm really sorry about that. I was just rattling on. I was trying to grab. Anyway, okay, well, um, yeah, apparently I hit the button. I was over at the starting my water and hmm. Yes, isn't it funny how they have good days and not so good days? Be right back. And I think that was pretty much the story that I was telling Canvas was, so yours is 14? Mine's either 13 or 15. We don't know which one because we don't know how old he is. And I don't know how long I will have him, but for him being a hand me down dog, he is the best dog I've ever had. Listen, he has some bad habits. He likes to mark shit. And when we go to places, he has to wear his belly band. Unless I know that I can keep him outside till his tank is empty. And then he's not as apt to mark things. Um, he has selective hearing, and I mean it's really selective on when he hears you, especially when he's having a good day and he's having a good time. He'll be so fucking selective in if he hears you or not. Good morning, B. Frank. So yeah, just like a typical man, selective hearing. Oh, I'm always with Mason. I'm like, oh, seriously, your tank is empty. My favorite is when he goes and lifts his leg and like 3 drops come out. I'm like, see, you are on empty, dude. Let's go make some more. Mason doesn't have to have the perfect place to pee. He just has to pee a lot of places. See how much nicer this is than. See how much nicer this is. So much nicer. But Mason can hold it for like 18 hours. Oh my God, Mason can hold it for like 18 hours. He's the craziest little dog. I can't handle it. Listen, I poked in for just a moment and it sounded like a cross between a weed whacker and a fucking skill saw. If a weed whacker and a skill saw had a fucking baby. Yes, that one. Sounded like she was bred with a fucking skill saw and a banshee and a chainsaw had a baby. But they had a specific crossbreeding match that wanted nobody to use G's, and that lineage. They took the letter G out of the English language. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Man, so listen to this one, you guys. So I walked into Melissa's yesterday. Justice, yeah, the Delco dipshit, ladies and gents, the Delco dipshit. I love that. I love that you gave her that name. I'm sorry, the alleged Delco dipshit. We got to get it right. We can't state it as facts. We don't for sure. We don't in fact know she's a dipshit. We just think that she might be one. Alleged Delco dipshit. Yeah, right. Oh, sorry. Allegedly. Allegedly, she's got. Allegedly, we think that she's angry because her shit's tangled in knots. Allegedly. For entertainment purposes only. So, I went into Melissa's yesterday afternoon, and Melissa asked if I had a Cash App, and I said I do. She asked me if I could drop my Cash App, tell her what it was. So I did. She said, I never get to watch your streams, and you cook, so I want to buy you lunch or dinner. People lost their minds about that. People lost their minds because somebody was kind to me. Asked you for my Cash App so that then they could buy me dinner. Oh, all I care about is money. Do you know that I have less money in my pockets walking around at this point in the month, but I'm happier? My world doesn't revolve around whether I have money or not. My world revolves around if I have my bills paid, if I have gas in my vehicle, those kinds of things, right? And what a nice gesture for one friend to do to another and say, hey, I want to buy you a meal. That was very kind. But others have problems with it. That's rude. Talk about greedy, greedy gumdrops. Good morning, Bowie girl. And then just for an entire chat to have a problem with it. You guys are so sick. You guys are so mentally unwell. Oh. She did. Yep. Yep. Last night we had ice cream on Melissa. And today we're probably going to have lunch on Melissa. And probably tonight we'll have supper on Melissa. Yep. She sent me $37. Do you know how many? So $7 went to ice cream last night. I got my vanilla ice cream and my Nesquik powder. And then today we'll have some sort of a meal today. We'll either go to the grocery store or we'll go grab Subway or I don't know. We'll do something. Maybe we'll go to the store and buy a steak. That's steak money. Thought about using the other part of it to go buy a roast so I could put it in the fucking crock pot. So that was extremely kind. And how is it all these fuckers either got kicked off or left the platform, but they still have to worry? That's what I was thinking, be frank. That was the first thing I thought of. Was I was like, oh, this is roast money. We're going to go buy a roast. That was my first thought. Oh, oh, unaccounted for dollars. It's time to buy a roast. Cook that motherfucker in the crock pot. Yeah, that's what I thought. But isn't it weird that the people that aren't here anymore? Oh my God, don't forget cheese. Oh, candidates in crime, you're going to get me in trouble. They're going to be so pissed off. Don't forget cheese. Oh, candidates in crime. You're so silly. Don't forget the cheese. Oh my God. Good morning, what is true? So it looks like we're going to go do a roast today. Well, you want me to make you laugh. At least your mother is not a skill saw and your daddy's not a weed whacker. Yes, with cheese. We finally figured out what she sounds like, what is true. Okay, you ready? At least your mother's not a skill saw and your father's not a weed whacker, because we finally figured out what she sounds like. That's the alleged Delco dipshit for you, ladies and gents. The alleged Delco dipshit. You cool cats and kittens. See, told you I could make you laugh. Good morning, Lacey. How are you? Yes, they took me. I will say my Muppet is quite cute. That one was cute. They even got the opal on my neck, which really made me happy. And my 2 Shih Tzus. And in the kitchen. That one was probably the best rendition I've seen of myself in a long time. Even got my bun up in my head. Oh boy, what is true? Oh boy. That's a hard one. Listen, I've not been successful when I've seen the person that caused my sister's accident. And that's a really hard one. That's a really hard one to face. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. What is true? I'm sorry I don't have any wise words for you for it. Hi, little Nikki girl. Do you forgive me yet? You forgive me yet? Hi. Oh, you look so cute. You look so cute. Oh, do you forgive me? Do you love me yet? She's like, fuck no. I don't like you. I can't believe you did this to me. Yes, I left her tail. Hey, Hope's Echo, how are you? Yes, I left her tail. She's a naked girl. She's so skinny. What is true? I am really sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have any wise words for you other than eventually it doesn't hurt as bad. It still hurts, and it's always going to be triggering, and it's always going to be hard. The only thing I can tell you is that, oh, she just got shaved yesterday, so of course she's naked and screaming about it, so she's fine. She just got shaved down yesterday. My day got it was a lot more difficult. I don't know why I thought that I needed to shave her down yesterday. Well, I do know why. Because we were supposed to go to the farm on the 11th. But that got moved because his trip got canceled. So I was really worried about the ticks out at the farm. So, oh hell, by fall she'll be back to where she was now. I shaved her like this once before. Oh, it's okay. Hope's Echo, don't even worry about it. I read Taiwanese, no big deal. You know what? What is true? We're just going to call this one. We're just going to pass it off. Okay? We're just going to let it go and not dwell on it. And next time, between now and the next time it happens, we're going to come up with a plan so that it better suits you, so that it doesn't put you into a tailspin also. Because maybe she's having just as bad of a day today as you are. Good morning, Andy. And I know you want her to have as many miserable days as she possibly can. I get that. As somebody who has come face to face very recently with the person that took her sister's life, yep. But to see her be just as trembling as I was on her side of the counter, and there was a big Subway counter between us, she was trembling as bad as I was trembling too, because she knew, oh shit, this bitch is batshit crazy. She's thrown food at people before. She knew. Sometimes it's just letting them know you know. Well, Selma, the genealogy tests are back. We got it figured out. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. We have found out that we have a creator out here whose mother is a skill saw. And her father is a felonious weed whacker. And she goes something a little like this. Britney. Yes. So, that's the scoop. We finally got the test results are in. Test results are in. Well, they've been clipping me all week. So. Literally, that's what it sounded like when I clicked in there earlier this morning. Yes. That is what it sounded like. Hey, yeah, I know. Yeah, Remy's like, hey, hi. Are you okay? Yep, just fine. All good here. That's the sound of somebody if their father was a felonious weed whacker and their mom was a skill saw. And you know what? What is true? So what if it didn't go? It didn't go the way that you had hoped it would go. So what? You made it through a traumatic event, and you did the best that you could do. So we're gonna call it a win. You're not in jail. Neither is she. We're gonna call it a win. I don't think people understand exactly how much it hurts when you see the person walking around that took the life of your loved one. I don't think people understand. Or that caused the accident that resulted in the loss of life. I just don't think people understand, and I don't think they understand exactly how hard that is. Well, and that's what is true. It might be time to start living again, putting some years into your life, or some life into your years. It's old. It's old. Um, what is true ran into the person that resulted in her mom's death, and it's the first time. And like I told her, you know what? The first time we see that person out and about, um, it's hard. It's really, really fucking hard. And you go back into that traumatic moment when you lost your loved one. And that one, it's so rough. I mean, the first time I saw Crystal, I was in my car and she was crossing a street. I wanted to hit the gas. The only thing keeping me from hitting the gas was a vehicular homicide charge. That was the only reason, because then I would be no better than she was. I was just the same as her. So I get it. It's super fucking hard. It is so hard. And then the asshole part of me wants to go into her work every day and make her wait on me. But the potential that I'm going to take an attitude is extremely high. So we know that, once a month I go to Subway on a Monday, once a month. I would eat Subway 7 days a week if I could. I won't, because that's where that person works. But what is true, the other thing you have to remember is that your mom would not want you. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Madison, goddamn you. Madison, you're playing with fire. I'm just about done with these clip channels. If they don't think that I'm going to strike, they better just fucking sit back and watch out. I fucking long form. Your shit will have problems. Stop it. See, part of the shit is being caused by Punky Clips, Madison, because they're clipping back and forth, right? They're taking what somebody says and then they're taking it to other people who aren't even on the platforms now. Tell me the clip channels aren't problematic. They are. Yes, we will buy expensive cheese today. I care what is true. I care. I will always care about what happens in that situation. Listen, when you lose a loved one at the negligence of somebody else, it puts you in a club, and it puts you in a club that nobody wants to be a fucking part of. And the other members in that club are people that have experienced the same kind of pain and trauma that you have. So, but I also want you to remember that your mom would not want you just being in survival mode. My sister wouldn't want me just living in survival mode. Don't tell everybody I'm a good person, because then they're all going to want me to act nice and kind, and I'm selective with my kindness. Fuck that. I don't have to be kind to everybody. But you need to remember your mom wouldn't want you just living out here in survival mode. Your mom would want you to have life to your years. Your mom wouldn't want your life to freeze at this age and never go any. Hey, Happy Feet, thank you for sending me that yesterday. I appreciate you. Your mama wouldn't want you being frozen at this point and only living on survival mode. Your mother would want you to have a full, flourishing life with some sad days, if that makes sense. But not staying in survival mode one day to the next, to the next, to the next. Because that's not healthy for anybody, what is true. That's like running a computer in safe mode because it doesn't work the other way. So, and I know that it's hard, but you have to remember that they wouldn't want us living like that. They would want to be remembered, they would want to be honored, but the best way we can remember and honor them is to keep moving forward while keeping their traditions alive. And that's really what it comes down to. Speaking as from somebody who just got themselves out of survival mode. And didn't realize how long I had only been existing in survival mode. And I guess we can all be grateful because we don't sound like test results are back. Grief is such a fickle beast. See, There you go. So maybe you plant beautiful flowers that remind you of your mom. And then you see that beauty from within. I understand that what is true. That's called survivor's guilt. And that's pretty common. But you didn't, so you're still here and you're going to be required to participate in life. You don't just get to sit on the sidelines because you are still alive. That missing her will never go away. It will always be there. I tuck that away in my pocket and I keep it like a little note. And it lives in that little pocket on my jeans. You know, that little pocket that nobody can get anything out of and they always make it on your jeans? Yeah, that one. Or I tuck it away in my shoe. So I know that they're traveling with me. I think anybody that's lost anybody that's important to them understands these feelings. And it's really important to work through them and talk about them because otherwise you're left with all of these unknowns. And what that is that's love with no place to go. And that's okay. You just got to find what makes you happy and what makes you glad again. And you put your love into that. If I would have realized that when I lost my grandma, it made me deal. No, you are fine. You are fine. What is true? Everybody has rough days. Listen, we talked a lot about what happened with my sister after I ran into Crystal. It's okay. If I would have known that losing grandma was going to cause me to have to, that was going to reopen everything, and I was going to have to go back through the whole grief cycle with losing my grandpa, my mom, my sister, my mom, and then grandma. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, one whole side of my family is gone. But you've got to start participating in life, what is true. You've got a lot of years left on this planet, and you don't want them to be miserable. You just don't. And you're not a YouTube subscriber, so you're not allowed to be miserable every day. Or you're just a YouTube subscriber. You're not a creator. You're not allowed to be miserable every day. It's only those fucking creators that can be miserable every day. Only those stupid creators. And yes, I've got my big ass house dress on. It says less talk, more coffee. And it's a Shih Tzu. Well, listen, if that was your biggest fear and it happened, then I would be out there jumping off of bridges and I would be bungee jumping, because if that was the worst thing that could happen, then there's nothing else to lose now, is there? I don't even know what my biggest fear is anymore because there's not a lot that I haven't had to go through. I think my biggest fear is not being able to pay my bills and losing my house. And you know what? What is true? That is just fine. I have always said that. My kindness is very selective. Good morning, Ange. My kindness is very selective. And I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody gets to know me the way certain people do. I'm not here for everybody. I'm not looking to be rah, 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 the all around cowgirl. No, 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 no. I'll just work my one event. Thank you very much. Come see me at the concession stand. I'll give you a burger. No, I'm not going for the all around. Been there, done that. Got a buckle and a t-shirt. And a jacket that no longer fits. And we'll always be here for you, what is true. Unless, of course, they kick us off YouTube, and then we'll go to our own special place. I'll call each one of you fuckers every morning. Good morning! And then you're going to have to dial the next one, and then the next one's going to have to dial the next one, and the next one's going to have to dial the next one, and then we'll all be on a group call. And we'll just all merge together. I'm very fortunate I have you guys. And the 35 looky-loos. I mean, those 35 looky-loos. Here's the thing. What they don't realize is that they're actually fans. They're just not willing to commit. They're not willing to come get baptized in our water. They're just not willing to come get baptized in our water. We know it looks a little muddy and murky. We get it. Yeah, Ange, I need a map to our special place. Well, Ange, as long as you have my email, you always have a map to the special place. We always have a map to the special place. Look, she looks like a naked mole rat. Oh, she's so mad at me. She wouldn't speak to me last night. She wouldn't take a cookie from me last night. She came in here and curled up in her bed and was like, nope. Nope. That's the end of that. Sweet little Mason was like, oh, I heard, you would have thought that cutting her hair off, like, did something to her personality. Took her whole fucking personality away. She just stood there like, what am I supposed to do now? I cleaned up Mason's eyes. I'm not going to shave him down. But she needed a good shave down. That's all the parts and pieces that we missed before. And this time I got the back of her head. You know how bad I want to just go over there and go, Mason's like, don't fucking do it, Mom. Don't fucking do it. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. Yep, I just want to go over there and go, peek. Crazy little dogs. Oh, yeah, I guess it helps to take the Benadryl to get the Benadryl to kick in. They are so sweet. Oh, so poor and pathetic. So poor and pathetic. Oh. We've come to that point in our morning. Has everybody taken their meds? God forbid we blend in with the rest of the crowd. So if you don't want to blend in with the rest of the crowd, please take this moment to bust out your pill bottles or your pill holders and take your morning dose. Today we're taking 2 oranges, 2 pinks, and a blue. Nice little colorful section, huh? Look, it could almost be eyes, eyebrows, and a nose. There, let's have a happy little med man. Well, of course you are, Remy. You live back east. You're always hours ahead of me. Could you imagine if I lived in the East Coast time zone? You guys would never fucking catch up with me. Oh, she doesn't have her lightning bolt anymore. The lightning bolt was an accident. That happened. That was a total accident, and that happened, but she doesn't have the lightning bolt anymore. That happened because I try to start right here at the nape of the neck so I can bring it forward. And so I'll know exactly how hard it's going to be. And I had a guard on her clipper, on the clippers. And as soon as that guard hit her hair, that I thought I had brushed out enough, as soon as her guard hit her hair, it popped off the clipper and the naked clipper got the back of her neck. So she's lucky that I didn't cut her head off. They're not that sharp, but anyway, she's lucky I didn't cut her head off. So. No, her little lightning bolt is gone now. That was yesterday. That was me seeing how she was gonna do. Because that's like her 3rd grooming she's ever had. And it didn't matter how much I brushed. She was so matted from from how I took her down the last time, because I didn't take it all the way down. And she was just so matted. And the brush I was using isn't getting through it all. So now she's just going to have to have it all shaved off and grow back. Yep, they did fine. They both did perfect. Listen, I might bitch at my dogs quite a bit, but they are pretty perfect. It's a dog gang initiation. Oh, no. That was just I saw it on the back of her neck and I'm like, look, she's a Harry Potter dog. That's funny. And now she's undercover. Nobody knows that. She'll blend in with the muggles. She'll blend in with the magicals. Oh, you know what else we're going to get with our roast? We're going to find some of those big square s'mores marshmallows. I've been seeing that you can put them in the air fryer and make a toasted marshmallow. Put it on tin foil, 350 degrees for about 5 minutes in the air fryer. And it makes a campfire marshmallow. So we're going to get some of those. Seems as how we got an air fryer and a plug-in that works. We're going to make us some toasted marshmallows tonight. Addie's a wizard. Mason's a muggle. Rich girl treats. Ooh, Remy. Listen, Canvas, I saw it happen. That same lady, that Sarah Crafty lady that made the Bala Biana, and we tried those. So we're going to have to try it with the air fryer. Oh, like frozen popcorn shrimp, rice, tomato. Spud eats popcorn shrimp? Don't tell me you got him thinking those are chicken too. I can't have that. You trying to kill me, Remy? Talk about a Friday night smackdown. Can I have Spud's chicken fingers, please? And French fries. I'll even take the chicken fish, the chicken of the sea. Isn't that kind of funny? Somewhere back in the 50s, they branded tuna the chicken of the sea. Could you imagine? That's the kind my mom always bought for tuna fish, was chicken of the sea, and she always bought it in oil. Never spring water. She always wanted tuna in oil. I don't know why. She said, I always used to be like, ooh, gross, in oil? I don't know, Ange Carter, and I'm just now thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Chicken of the sea. So somebody, I mean, yeah, chickens are good. Tuna's disgusting. So what, was that what they designed it for? So it would be like chicken in a can? And now I'm wondering about the chicken in a can. Is that really tuna with like chicken broth put in it? Because they both kind of have the same flaky texture. Star-kissed in oil, yes. Tony Tuna. That's what I'm wondering, Remy. No, but I could see it happening, P. Frank. That girl doesn't seem like she's very smart. Well, I mean, now that we're talking about Chicken of the Sea, technically she did have a valid point back then because she was a singer, blonde singer, came up in the Mickey Mouse Club, same era as Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, all of that. I don't know, Chroma Reels. I went to bed. No clue. Fell asleep listening to Jonesin. I knew that she was going to be on for a little while, and I was like, oh, good, someone to fall asleep to. And as long as there's something playing on my phone, I can crawl in bed and drift right off and fall asleep and stay asleep till about 3 in the morning. Well, then maybe she's a lot smarter than she plays. She married Nick Lachey. They had some babies. I think they're divorced now. Oh, the Delco dipshit. The alleged Delco dipshit. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. I don't know. Don't know if Brittany went on last night. I am not Brittany's keeper. Oh, she had babies with the next husband. Okay, so Remy is our Jessica Simpson expert. Yes, the Delco dipshit. The Delco dipshit. God, she was all pissed off and ranting this morning. Girl, just because you've updated your profile picture doesn't mean that... Fuck. Could you update the attitude to go with the new profile picture, please? Because the old attitude still sucks. And everybody thinks that she's changed. She's changed. No, she hasn't. She's just gotten better at who she does her dirty shit with and her nasty shit and what she says behind the scenes. She's just gotten better. That's it. That's all. Guaranteed she's doing the same fucking shit she's always done. She's not changed. Well, I mean... Remy, I'm just gonna glide right on over the top of that one because I'm gonna get clipped again. So we know that they're just sitting out here in my bushes. Nope, can't. You can't hide your shitty personality. And your smile is a shitty disguise. Yep, I got a big ass forehead and I get to talk shit. Oh shit. I'm a loser, baby, because I got a big ass forehead. And well, there you go. Speak of the devil, there's Brittany for you. She's calling bullshit. Okay, cool. Go listen to Brittany. Tell me what she's calling bullshit about. Yeah, you're a pretty girl till you open your mouth. Ugh. Ugh. Well, I have been marked safe from the forehead gang. I got a 3 head. I don't even have a 4 head. I only got 3 head. So I'm marked safe from that. I've got the tiniest ears. And I got tiny little wrists, too. Isn't that weird? Look at how tiny those suckers are. And it's like that on both. I got tiny little wrists. How weird is that? Big personality, tiny ass little wrists. Kind of weird, huh? How dare I have such tiny wrists for a big personality? You have a 5 head. Oh my God, Andy. Well, what a week this has been. The cancer wars started back up. Had some unfortunate cam slips. We had a diaper blowout. Bet they weren't ready for that one, were they? Don't tell everybody, Krama. They're going to want a pair of ears like yours. Don't tell everybody. Yep. Had a elevated tantrum. That was unfortunate, wasn't it? Even her tooth said, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." Listen, I have come out here and shown myself from day fucking one, warts and all. From day one, warts and all. No filter, no teeth. I have shown myself. Don't care. Just don't care. But promise you, it's closer to a 2 head. Huh, look at that. 2 fingers. And as we know, my fingers are not that long. Maybe we could get 3. I mean, if we didn't count the widow's peak, it's 3. Like, I live in a house with mirrors. I know what I look like. Some of you all don't, though, clearly. And don't even check your appearance before you hit the go live button. No, don't do that. I don't want you no, don't send no fucking pictures to me. Because then if the picture gets out, it's going to be my fault. No, don't send pictures to me. You fuckers don't understand that if you send pictures to me or you send links to me, then I'm forced to click them. And then once I click them, and then I see it, then I have to have a response of some sort. Because I can't help myself. But I'll tell you, listen, I've been using that calcium stick. Look at that shit. There's no filter on me. That calcium stick is fucking amazing. A little bit of moisturizer. It's even like working on my dark parts. Look, even my hyperpigmentation is starting to finally ease up a little bit on both sides. So I'll give you the trick. It's this cute little stick that you order on Amazon and put it on faithfully twice a day. Oh, I got one right there, Remy. My little cystic acne has come back. I got a big one right there. 50 years old and still having fucking acne. Like, God forbid. Here, I'll show you what it is. They call it Botox in a stick. So there's no way that this 2-pack, I think this 2-pack was like 9 something. I'm pretty frugal, but it's a calcium multi-balm. Looks like this. And you legitimately rub it over your face. It's kind of greasy. And then you work it in. And I wash my face. And then I swipe this all over it. Good morning, Spitfire. And I've been using it for about a month. And if you were here when I first started, my lines in my forehead were very deep. Very, 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 very deep. You can put the link in there if you want. I have scars from my car accident, and the Olay Regenerist. And that's where they sewed my forehead up, and they've stuck them in my laugh lines, and they were getting really deep, and like you could really see the lines even when my forehead was relaxed. And I've always been sensitive about that, so to speak, because it's something I couldn't control, right? So anyway, I started using this, and I'm really impressed with it. And the one thing I was afraid of with it was that it would make me break out. Oh, I can't post it in here when I'm live on this way. Sorry, Chroma. My skin, I was afraid it was going to lose its mind with this, Remy, and it did not lose its mind. Yeah, my skin loses its mind. If I put anything other than soap and water on my skin, oh my God, my face will lose its fucking mind. Now, it did not lose its mind with this calcium stick. And like I said, my hyperpigmentation, if you've ever seen the side of my cheeks, my hyperpigmentation was big on the sides of my face. And it was like the darker my face would get, the whiter my hyperpigmentation would get. And this has started evening out my hyperpigmentation. It was all from my dental infection, and my outside of my face was open. I had it was just a mess. Just a mess. Anyway, let's start the tea kettle. Oh, we gotta put water in it. Oh, I like CeraVe and Cetaphil. God forbid I put anything on I bought Il Makiage, tried to wear it 3 times, and ended up with a face full of, I look like a 13-year-old girl that put on her mom's makeup, my face was just a fucking pimple factory. I bought that white stick that's supposed to turn to like a color match for you. Used that on my face twice, and it broke out every place that it touched my skin. And the 2 times that I tried it, it didn't stay on more than maybe 10 minutes, and I used a wipe and wiped it right back off. Cleaned my face with a makeup wipe, washed it with soap and water, and nope, I broke right out. So I think I had to quit wearing makeup in my 20s. Oh, you can get a pore tightener for that. If your pores are very big, you can get a pore tightener for that. Hope's Echo. A little hyaluronic acid, salicylic acid. It's supposed to be close to 96 today. I'm kind of excited. Witch hazel with rose water. It does me too, Remy. That's why I'm like, well, I mean, there's these other things you can try. I can't. I've tried them. They irritate the fuck out of my face. The only thing I can do for my face is soap and water. And if it's not Irish Spring, it's got to be Ivory. It's like my face is the... But this is the best my skin has looked in years. You can see where my dent is. That is where my fat pad and where I've lost 2/3 of my upper right jawbone. I don't care. I made it to 50. Some of you motherfuckers haven't even made it to 50 yet. Oh, that's something else. My hairline is nowhere near as thin as some of these motherfuckers. You don't see my fucking scalp in there. Bitches, stop pulling your fucking hair back. Christ on a cracker, stop pulling your hair back so tight. Y'all are losing your shit giving you 2 more inches of forehead when you already had an 8 head. Christ on a cracker, go get your goddamn hormones checked. Hair loss is thinning hair and hair loss. First sign. First sign that your hormones are off, ladies. So if suddenly you end up with 2 more inches of forehead that you didn't have prior, maybe it's time to go get your hormones checked. I cannot believe how many women are just... Ugh. Oh. And my hair is down past my ass. But we're going to go cut it. If I would have been thinking on Monday, I would have been calling around for a today appointment. Okay, perimenopause starts at 37. That means that you don't have a good enough or an educated enough OBGYN. And if they're saying to you, oh, 45, then they are not up on the most current, most recent studies. Because, listen, what is the number one disease? What is the number one killer of women? Heart disease. Did you know there's an estrogen receptor on the heart? For a female heart to keep beating properly, there's an estrogen receptor. Huh. Imagine that. And I'm speaking to you as a 20-year postmenopausal woman. At 30, I woke up. Jesus Christ, Remy. I'm really sorry. That just seems... Rem, honey, I don't have anything to say about that. You got me. Congratulations, Remy. You got me fucking gobsmacked. I don't even know what to say about that. What I do know is that I have an amazing OBGYN who I went to and started me on, you got spayed in your 30s, and then came the chin hairs. Listen, I'm right there with you. You know how I always know when I'm not being consistent with my hormones? My chin hairs. When it's like I need a weed whacker or a fucking little sawzall. And what is with the fucking eyelashes going gray suddenly? I have very little gray. I don't color my hair. My hair is its own natural color. I have very little gray. What little bit of gray I have, I'm keeping. I'm not getting rid of. It's the same patterns that all the other women in my family have gone gray. Right at the temples. Right at the temple line. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Andy. PCOS is a bitch. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. I probably had PCOS. It just wasn't diagnosed. But both ovaries had... Now we know why baby died. Congratulations. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. Messes with your hormones. Well, Remy, so let's simplify this equation, okay? We're looking at it in like a trigonometry format. We need to reduce it down to simplest format. It's customer service. If you give the customer what they want, they're not coming back to buy more from you. But if you dick them around and you dick them around and you dick them around and you dick them around, then you get more money out of them. Good morning, Doodles. So I have a theory about doctors. If I go to see a new doctor, or if I get referred to a doctor for something and they don't want to get it resolved within 3 visits, I don't go back to that doctor. Because the doctor's whole goal should not be to see you repetitively.
Oh, that was the first thing. Oh God. So first thing I told Andy was like, holy shit. Like the whole point to like, unless they're milking your insurance, their whole goal is to not see you more than 3 times. Like in a 6 month time period, they don't want to see you more than 3 times if they're a good doctor. Good job, Remy. Give the PCP and tell him you want a referral to an OBGYN because this, and this. The best primary care physician I've ever had was a young doctor, not a very brand new practice, just establishing in family medicine. And he did so much for me. Mental health wise, that was before I had found my doctor I have now. By milking your insurance. Oh, and ladies, so guess what? There's a whole new study that's just been out and that's just happened. And one of the things that uh, the med sales reps are adding in to the benefit of GLP-1s is that for the way they say it makes it sounds like it prevents breast cancer. But when the study that's actually been done, there were two groups of women, both obese, one with precancerous, with like family history of cancer, and the other without. And the group without versus the group with, it was like 1.33%. But because you had to get in and break the numbers down, because overall it looked like 30% of women that have a family history of breast cancer take a GLP-1, lose the weight, and they don't get breast cancer. But it actually boils down when you truly look at the math, it's like 1.33%. And it wasn't even a study for breast cancer. So don't let them try to tell you that GLP-1s will prevent breast cancer because that's a lie. But that's the next round of marketing for it. Well, you'd certainly have, yeah, so 1.33% don't get it after taking a GLP-1. The stats that they actually show 1.33% of women after having a GLP-1 with a family history didn't develop breast cancer after taking the GLP-1. That's what the study actually shows. I don't remember Doodles. I can find it and post it on my community wall. I did, Selma. I think farmers and ranchers already knew that ivermectin kills cancer. In the breakdown that I was watching of it, Doodles, it was actually really small. They made it sound like it was like a 30%, but by the time it was all done, breast cancer. But by the time it was done, I think it was 1,000 women, 500 on each, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because like I said, it's looking at it. Oh, for ivermectin, sorry. the way they looked at it when you just glance at the study, it looks like a 30%. But then when you actually get in and you boil down what those numbers are, it ends up being 1.33%. So like one and a third woman, one and a third of another woman. Right. It wasn't a study for breast cancer, though, Doodles. It was something that they figured out after doing a survey of the women. Ivermectin is what we give to farm animals. There's been all kinds of questions over the years about ivermectin and if it's safe or not safe, or well, and that's why I watched it, because I'm like, wait a minute, now they're going to start pushing that GLP-1s prevent breast cancer. How can you say that? How can you say that? And how does that work when it can be a genetic thing, right? And if you have genetic precursors, genetic markers, all of that, how is that going to work? Was my Well, hopefully it'll let them study it. I mean, and it is interesting to say the least. Big pharma propaganda. Yes, Selma, that's what it was. God, could you imagine the waiting time for that test result to come back? Oh my God, I would be a hot fucking mess. I would be a mess, Doodles. I would be a hot fucking mess waiting for those genetic tests to come back. $6 weeks. Yeah, for 6 weeks, I'd be a fucking shit show. And then it'd probably take me another 2 weeks to open the fucking envelope. I'd be in a full out spiral. I know myself way too well when it comes to shit like that. Even that would have me spiraling every 6 months. Oof. But when you've had to go through, when you've been there, done that, and it's been every 90 days for a cone biopsy, another scraping, when you've been through that, it's hospital instructions don't say to fast. Well, Remy, if they're checking your A1C, you need to fast because they need 12 hours to see where your sugar is at. So if they're checking your A1C in it, you're going to want to fast. Yep, it's all in all dewormers. Yes. I forgot about that, Selma. Yeah, so if they're checking your A1C, just make sure you're fasting. If it's not an A1C, then you don't need to fast. But they're most likely because it's gastro, they're checking your A1C. And if you've talked about your weight going up, they'll definitely check the A1C to see where your sugars are at. So you would want to fast. Nothing before. So no coffee, not even a swallow of coffee, because you want your A1C to read its actual level and not with something in it. Oh, well, and it might be different if you're diabetic. Well, and it just might be a fibrous area. But I understand. Anymore, Ange, they do everything right there. Dense tissue, yes. Well, and Andy, that can be different because you are also diabetic. I know when they need to test my A1C, I have to fast. And because you are actual diabetic, you require insulin, so they may have a different protocol for that. Oh, Doodles. Why did you tell us that, Doodles? Do you keep rescue stuff? Oh, man. That's scary as fuck. That's so scary. I worked with a kid, and he was a brittle diabetic. All of a sudden, he could be checking groceries just fine, and then you look over and you don't see Richie. There's no Richie. It's because he was on the floor because his sugar dropped, and he didn't tell anybody. Oh, we don't want to help her. This poor kid. He just wanted to be normal like all the other kids, and he wanted to work a job, a summer job. It'd be a hot Saturday afternoon in the grocery store. Somebody, all of a sudden, he'd start seeing him wobble. Then he'd go like ghostly pale. And then the next thing you know, you'd look over and his checker line would be backed up and there'd be no Richie. He'd be on the floor. You're like, fuck, why didn't you say something? Like, give us a heads up that you're not feeling good. You need to go get some orange juice. You need to go eat a sandwich. Whatever. Just tell somebody. Don't stand here and do that to yourself, for God's sakes. Shut your light off and excuse yourself. Go eat. God. How scary is that? To know that if you're even 15 minutes late with your meal, it's going to be a fucking problem.
Poor kid. Oh, you've been behind this whole time? Oh, well, congratulations. Welcome. Karen is very on the dot with her meals. My mom was hypoglycemic, especially when she was pregnant. Her sugars would just drop. She would get these weird set of vision, or she'd feel like her vision was going into like tunnel vision, and she'd get really kind of spacey, and so, and she'd get a little bit shaky, and you'd have to give her like crackers and cheese and peanut butter, and then I'd bring her sugar back up and she'd be fine. And then after she stopped having kids, it stopped happening. Oh, Karen tells you what you should eat too. Doodles, I would get the biggest piece of fucking cake and I would eat it and walk past her and be like, yum, Karen, you want some? Oh, sorry. You're not allowed. It's not sugar-free. I'd be telling Karen where she could go shit. In the woods with the rest of the bears. Oh. Describing the proteins. Like your eyeballs don't work, Doodles, and you couldn't just glance at her plate and see what she was eating. Oh. Ah, gotcha. So, she knows shampoo too and brain chemistry. Wow, Karen is an all-service Karen. She's the Karen of all Karens, isn't she? She's the Queen Karen. Maybe we should introduce her to the Delco dipshit. She could be the Delco dipshit's new mentor. Her shampoo is $200. Huh. Okay. $200 shampoo. Does she make it too? Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Oh, some weird company. Christ. It's an MLM. It's probably the reason that she's having so many Karen issues. It's probably eating her brain from the inside, from the outside in. $200 shampoo. You know what makes me laugh about that? So, Amway, Melaleuca. You know what makes me laugh about that? 1,000 years ago,
1,000 years ago, women's hair was long, thick, full. Like the most you could do was braid it. Otherwise, it was tied up, tied back, pulled back, whatever. All long, thick, full, luxurious, right? If it went gray, they didn't really color it. And what did they have for cleaning products back then? Well, you could take some wood stove ash and mix it with water, let it sit for about 30 minutes, and the ash kind of separates. And so you pour it through a strainer lined with cheesecloth so that you catch all the big chunks. You just want the water. And then you add some milk and some butter to a pan. And that soda ash water, your ash water, and you bring it to a boil and let it cool. And guess what it makes? Soap. Soap! So that's probably what they had from back then. Because you had cows, so you could easily get milk. And if you got milk, then you're going to have butter. Yep, lye and lard. That's what they had. Heat it up, mixes together, cools down, forms into soap shape. And that's what you had, lye and lard. Yep. Why would anybody need $200 shampoo? Don't know. No, and they didn't wash their hair that often either. Baths were like once a month things. Because capitalism, damn it. Bree's like, I don't even spend $200 on my color. I mean, I don't know, the last time I went to the hair salon and it cost me over $25, I was like, ugh. I couldn't even imagine going to get my hair colored or any of that. Doodle's office Karen, her office manager Karen, spends $200 on her shampoo. How much does she pay for her? How much does she pay for her conditioner? And her hair is very thin. Oh, that's unfortunate. A Karen who has thin hair. How unfortunate. Hey, I have 14 inches I could cut off and offer her. It's going to be $1,000 a foot, though. What's Karen's husband do for work? I don't know. It fits the bill, Bill. The Bill. Oh, he welds. Oh. So she's a welder by injection? Is Office Karen rotund? His metal work is beautiful. Oh, she was 400 pounds. She is now normal size. Okay. Hi! Hi, naked mole rat. Hi, Lilith, naked mole rat. Do you need to go outside, go potty? Oh, you still love me, huh? You love me? Oh, good morning. I love you. Oh, thank you for the morning kisses. Well, good morning, sister. Good morning. I know you're probably freezing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love you. I love you. Mwah. Oh, so cold. Oh, so cold. I stole your coat, didn't I? At least you won't be patting now, huh? Okay, let's go outside. She looks like she's wearing a nude body stocking. Come on, honey. Isn't that the way it always works? She's loud enough for both of them. I mean, could you imagine? My husband would be mute if I, like, if Fred, when Fred and I finally get married. Why are you always pushing like that? Because not all of us think that it's good to see you. So there's that one. Like, weirdo. Weirdo alert. Weirdo alert. Wrong chat. We're feral here. Just gotta push, don't ya? Just gotta push. Yeah, you are. Bye-bye. See you later. We ignored you the first time, but you didn't catch it. God, you just don't read social cues. Just don't read social cues. You were like that crazy ex that shows up wherever somebody else is, outliving their life, and make people fucking run for the hills. Nope. Not doing this. Nope. And the other one was gone too. Bye-bye. I thought by ignoring the first one and we just kept the conversation flowing and doing well on that, I thought that maybe we were doing the right thing and she would take the hint, but I forgot this one doesn't read hints. This one you got to whack really hard with a stick. Yes, she's tried before, and we've always done the same thing. We just get quiet and keep rolling on with our conversation because none of us really care to entertain that. But okay, here you go. Here's your moment of attention. Hey, Lilith girl, where you going? Dora the Explorer time? Weirdo alert. Come on, kid. Hey, come on. Let's play. Yeah, come on. Come on. Oh, nice, Bree. Yeah. Yep. I agree. She has. Come on. Weird. Ooh, what is on your back right there? Oh, that's a seed. Well, I'm good. I got enough craziness in my life. I don't need to add to it. Yeah, there's some spots I could have cleaned her up a little bit better, but she was completely over being touched and wanted to be left alone. I don't blame her. I think getting scalped would have done that to me too. Doodles. I don't think she will. Well, there's a few places I could clean up on her, but you know what? We're going to call it good. She's fine. I may have to go back and clean her up on this side now that I'm looking at it, because those are going to turn into knots. Well, you'd have to read the comment below that. I'm assuming the other times she's strapped down in a mental health facility for her own good. So, meaning that she's free and upright and walking around. Allegedly. Craving hot wings. How do I feel about stickers? What kind of stickers? Because if it's like stickers, like the scratch and sniff or the ones that we had sticker collections for, I love stickers. If you're talking about like a poker for when you're walking out in the like a sticker verse, well, Doodles, you know what used to piss me off? If my Cricut was running in the background, people would have a shit fit about it. But that weirdo would hop on panel and could sound like she was sorting fucking Lego blocks and nobody said dick about it. Came in, does sticker verses like a universe. That's weird. Okay, well, yeah, pot stickers are a Chinese food. That's why we can't call her a pot sticker. We call her a pot stirrer, but not a pot sticker. Maybe she is a pot sticker. Poor little girl, shivering to stay warm. Pot stickers are great. Hey, let me get the foxtail out of your fucking face before it ends up in your eye. Hold still. I didn't do too bad on her face. Well, Brie, order one meal from the Mexican restaurant, one meal from the Thai restaurant, and you can have a Mexican Thai. Or you can Thai a Mexican? You did your business. You want to go inside? You poor thing. I feel bad now. I shouldn't have shaved you. I don't feel that bad, though. You poor little thing. Mexican night? We need to do something about your ear hairs. It'll grow out fine. She'll be fine. You know what? In another 2 weeks, she'll be grateful that she has this haircut because she'll have just enough that she won't get any, she won't get sunburnt. She'll have just enough coverage on her, but she'll stay really cool. You know, she used to look at me very lovingly, and now she won't even make eye contact with me because I think she thinks she's going to get shaved. I think she looks adorable with it. She ought to be lucky that I don't keep her like this. It's supposed to be 94 today. It's gonna be a hot one, like 7 inches from the midnight sun. And the more I look at her, the more I wonder if she's really Shih Tzu. She kind of looks Shih Tzu, but she kind of looks like she got something else in her. Oh, what was that? Oh my God, you guys, I went back and watched. I went back and watched when Mason scared the shit out of the guy. I'm so fucking lucky that he didn't tip over. I think she's I think she looks great. Listen, there's a few places I could clean her up a little bit, but look at her fucking shivering to keep warm. I'm gonna have to go find her a sweater. Oh no, you gotta cut Spud's hair tonight. Haircuts are the worst. Her collar looks questionable now. I had to tighten it up because it was definitely a little bit too loose for her. And she's gonna have to wear a harness when she goes on her leash because she's totally figured out how to flip out of her collar. She flips her head. It looks like a ball sack. Oh my god. Yeah, I went back and watched that. All I could do was fucking laugh. I was like, oh my god, Mason. You scared the shit out of that man. Hey, sister, you want a cookie? Oh, look at how cute you look. You want a cookie? At least I left you some hair on your face. You want to go get a cookie? Yes, Mom, I want a fucking cookie. Okay, let's go get you a cookie. You want a minnow? Hey, sis, you want a minnow? Come on, let's go get you a minnow. No, it's not even cold out here. Come on. Hey, come on. Let's go get a minnow. Come on, Zippy-Doo-Dah. Oh, now you're so Zippy-Doo-Dah. So Zippy-Doo-Dah. Come on. She's like, and Mom's got it so fucking cold in here we could hang meat. Okay, Zippy-Doo-Dah, come here. Oh. Okay, well, we got two things for you. There's your first one. Oh, yummy. So crunchy, huh? There's your second one. There you go. We got it. What is it? What is it? Oh, is it good? It's her new favorite. No, he's completely out. She just can't. It's just really, it's big and it's hard. No. And Mason has zero food aggression. Mason wouldn't take that from her. She takes his things from him. It's just because it's really big and hard. Oh, exciting, B. Frank. I hope you have a great time. Yes, it's big and hard. Fred. She said big and hard. Wear your sunscreen, B. Frank. Oh, is that good? I love that it takes her a minute to eat it.
Well, maybe if I turn it this way, I can eat it. What? What is it? Water and sunscreen. Yes, ma'am. Is it good? You like it? Yes, I like it, Mom. I like it. It's very good. I just can't bite it. Oh, there it goes. She's so silly. Ooh, you got the chicken off. Now you get your sweet potato. You got your sweet potato? Is it good? Yes, it's so good, Mom. So good. Here, all this time I was thinking that she had put on a little bit of weight. Nope. It was just her fluff. She just furry. Goodness. That was a workout this morning, wasn't it, kiddo? Oh, finding all the parts and pieces that you dropped? What's up? You got such big eyes, I can see you now. You got such big eyes, I can see you now. Okay. We'll turn the camera off. We don't need to see everything you do. So sweet. Yeah. Hey, listen. She's my dog. I mean, we're not going to be very ladylike over here. I think we might wait for people to open the doors for us, but that's about where it ends. We got to itch those scratches. She is a pretty good girl. What? What do you want? I love her little bottom teeth that stick out. What? Come here. Oh, yeah.
We're still not exactly. I said, come here, and she goes the opposite direction. Like, fuck you. I don't like you. You might have just plied me with snacks, given me things that I like, but I really am not fond of you right now. Fuck you. She's like, yeah, no. Sister. Sister girl. Where you at? What are you doing? Pretty sure she just got back up on the bed. Yep. She just got back on the bed. Mason's like, why is she here? Mason's like, fuck. I don't know how anything could itch. You just had a bath. You had a haircut and a bath. I don't know how anything can itch. Look, there's a blankie for you. Why do you put that on me, Mom? Oh, so now you don't mind. Now you don't mind. Oh, I heard that burp. I heard that burp. You're so sweet. I love you so much. Naked girl. Naked girl. I don't really think you're supposed to see clipper lines, but whatever. She don't care. Mason won't tell her any different. Mason be like, yep, looks like Mom gave you a haircut. Sorry, you fell victim to it too. Did she cut you? Because she always cuts me at least once. You got a foxtail in there? Okay, lay down. Oh, smash into your brother. Mason's like, oh, it's a blanket. Brushing usually does the trick. You're so tiny. You're so tiny. Are we friends again? Are we all made up? Friends again? Friends? Yeah? Okay, we'd be friends. Oh, we friends again. We friends. Okay. Sorry. Sorry I had to make it be questionable. the most part, she's pretty forgiving. Till the next time I pull the clippers out. And then we'll see how it rolls. That, like, 4 times I had to stop. I had to recenter her, turn the clippers back on, touch her, like, put it out in front of her, turn the clippers back on, touch her with the opposite end of it, the handle end of it, so that she wasn't freaked out, because when it starts off, it kind of makes a brrr, and then it gets quiet. But thank God it's only like twice a year I have to shave them. I shave them down. They grow back the rest of the time. By Christmas, she'll be back. She'll be back to what she was. Well, not when I got her, because she had long hair when I got her, and I knew that was going to be problematic. First thing I did when I brought her home was start trimming her hair. Mason's length that he is right now is perfect, but he won't stay there very long. I should probably groom him down today, but I just use my table right here. I cranked it to a standing height, and I just used my table right here, threw him up on it, threw a towel down, and just trimmed her up right here. And they'll be happy because either today or tomorrow, their sniffle mat will show up. And then I ordered a sniffle mat and a rolling treat dispenser. You fill it with their kibble. And so she played with that ball the other day. Now, I don't know if she's going to play with the ball again, but we'll see about this rolling one. I like the toys that make her have to work. Because then she stays out of my hair. Otherwise, she wants to be held, and I kind of made her a Klingon dog. Now we're working on her patience and her waiting skills. Some days it's she has my patience and ability to wait for things. Like 0. No, we're going to do it right now. Because if I have the ability to procrastinate, I will put it off to the absolute 9th hour. And it might have been something I needed to do for work on every day for like 6 weeks, but I'd put it off for the 9th hour. And then barely squeak in on the deadline. So in 4th grade, we were supposed to do these Wyoming history notebooks. And it was essentially like pretty much your first, like, let the kid think how they want to think and see what they come up with. You know, as long as it had anything to do with Wyoming and Wyoming's history, it could be put in that notebook. From state flowers, and they could just be drawings, like fourth grader drawings, right? Now, I don't know if it's still like this, because this would have been in the 80s. Fourth grade would have been like 85, maybe. Yeah, probably 85, because Nancy was born 84, 85. Well, on a Friday, the assignment's due on Monday. On Friday, I announced to my family, I need to do a Wyoming history notebook this weekend. My mom called the teacher at home and bitched at the teacher. I was like, how can you give this to her as a one weekend assignment? The teacher's like, oh no, they've known about this since the first day of school. I was in so much trouble. I got a C on the project. Apparently, the teachers did not want to fail me on it because they didn't want to have to put up with me in their class again. They were just, move her on. In my fairness, my mother was pregnant with my sister Nancy at the time. And I was going to be a big sister. The one thing that I'd never been. And it was the one thing I always wanted to be. Yep. Fuck that. Send her to 5th grade. Nope, we're not dealing with this bullshit. Nope. We're not dealing with it. Some of the kids in my class turned in like, well, Sunshine Lover, thank you. I got it. I got it, Sunshine Lover. It was in my alerts. They were on silent. I got it, love. How exciting. Look at you technologically advancing. Way to go, Sunshine Lover. Oh, wait till you figure out all the more things your phone does. If you figured out how to set that up, oh no, now you're going to be, oh boy. You'll be playing in the big league, Sunshine Lover. I'm relatively sure those teachers did not want to hear another moment of my mother's pregnancy story. Congratulations, Sunshine Lover. Yeah. And then 3rd grade, my parents got back together. They'd gotten divorced. And then my parents got back together. So in 3rd grade, it was all about their wedding. And then The next step was they had another baby. And then they had another baby. And then they had the third. There would have been 4. But she had a miscarriage before Nancy. She got pregnant with Nancy, and then she had a miscarriage after Nancy. So either way, there would have been 4. So it would have been a total of 5 kids. Anyway. Oh my goodness. There is an audiobook. Hang on. Let me see if I took a screenshot of it. Well, it's not just an audiobook. It's also in paperback form. But I think I'm going to get it. Amazon is running their special again where you can get free listening for... Oh, damn it. I didn't get it. You can get free listening for 30 or for 3 months for $0, and then it's like $8.99 a month afterwards, which that's not problematic in my world now. It used to be. That's why I had to quit a lot of stuff. But now that, I've relocated, cut my bills in half, and make one payment, and it covers everything. Anyway, not that you guys know, I'm reiterating for the assholes in the bushes my financial status, because it seems to be you don't want to put out one of the 3 F's, but you still have an opinion. So, attention, attention. I moved to a location where I pay one price all in. It's half of what I used to pay to keep a roof over my head. Yes, it took me a couple months to get caught up because I had some back. I used to rob Peter to pay Paul. We are not responsible if you go home with a tick. Sit in the bushes, get ticks. Yes, and we now get fancy cheese. We're going to buy fancy cheese. Canvas and Crime sent me fancy cheese money. We're going to buy fancy cheese today. So, for those that were concerned, I leveled up in life and got a raise. And for those keeping score, it's like day 7 of the Rich Girl air conditioner running. It never shuts off. It just runs. Sometimes it's colder. Sometimes it's a fan. I'm sorry some of you guys don't realize that You want some of that goddamn cheese? I want cheese, damn it! Feed me cheese, Seymour. Feed me, Seymour. I know. Here I am, living large. Miss Moneybags. Sporting an air conditioner. and fancy cheese. Who the fuck do I think I am? Who am I? A person with rich friends. Damn right, Salma. I got a generous bunch of friends. It don't matter. We roll. Oh, hey, Lady K. Yeah, we got the fancy good cheese. Yes. Yes, we fucked up. We fucked up, and I bought the fancy good cheese. But what they didn't realize, I am the fancy good cheese. Well, $3.59. I saved $3.40. That makes that cheese 19 cents. It was $7 cheese. I know. I have never seen artichoke and garlic cheese get so much. Well, look at what the total was. $49.89. It gets even better than that. Total savings today, $20.97. Total savings. So we got $60 worth of grocery, or we got $70 worth of groceries for $50. And we got fancy ass cheese. And look, I even got with 23% more to share. I would have shared. You didn't have to throw a whole shit fit about my fancy good cheese. I totally would have shared. But now, nope. We might just let that fancy good cheese go to waste in the fridge now. Because now you made me angry. Or maybe I'll continue to eat it with the pickle pretzels. Well, you gotta, listen, you gotta wait for your place to have a sale. And then you gotta hope that your person that was inputting the original cost price is dyslexic. Because they haven't figured it out in their computer. And at least I haven't done what I did at the other place. Yep, we high rolling this Friday. They see me rolling, hating, trying to catch me riding dirty. Uh-oh. Well, mystery. Right around in the bushes. Just make sure you brought your tick spray. Oh, Home Echo. I got a funny story for you. Do you guys want to know how I knew I had a very short-lived career in the trucking industry? Oh, this is great. I was always, oh my God, this is great. This will tell you how bad of mistakes I've made in my life. Okay, so an ad was placed online for a job for a project. Oh, Jesus, mystery, I'm so sorry. Yeah, transmission repairs suck. I'm really sorry, mystery. Probably better off going out and finding a 3K car. Okay, so I quit one job. This is how I learned the true frying pan to the fire recipe or philosophy. Okay, grass is not greener on the other side. Now, this seemed like it was going to be the job for me, and it was going to lead into a lengthy, potentially a career, because trucking dispatchers, once you know this stuff, and you stay up on all the training and anything new, I mean, it's a big industry, right? So I was hired about 4.5 weeks before the project started, and it was all on the job based training. And the 4.5 weeks were essentially my learning period so that I would understand what I would need to do for my own project. And I had to find refrigerated carriers that could pick up Halloween candy from Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Okay? Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Well, I can do this. I transposed two numbers, which were a zip code, or I made a keying error somewhere while building my database. Because this project ran on its own access database. And so as I would find the drivers and the companies, I would send them over to onboarding where they'd get all their driver information, all of that. Once they were approved, then they would get entered into the database. Cool. So then comes first round dispatch. And these all have to be done by refrigerated carrier because it is August and we're delivering Halloween candy. It is hot as fuck. Well, I fucked up. And I sent a load of refrigerated candy from Kutztown, Pennsylvania to Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix. Just what it cost to fix my mistake ate my bonus. And my bonus was built into the project. Even if I failed, I couldn't have fucked it up that bad. Oh, I did. I did. And I sent a load of candy that was supposed to go to New Hampshire out of Pennsylvania. I sent it all the way across the fucking country. And I paid them from there and back. Yup. And that's about the time that I was like, I'm done. And they're like, no, you got this project to figure out. You got this project finished. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't. I can't afford to make another mistake like that. I don't have that kind of money. Yup. So I quickly learned that the shipping industry, the trucking industry dispatch was not for me. I also finally accepted a dyslexia diagnosis because it was all a keying error and I didn't double check.
So, yeah. It might have been a store number. It might have been a store number, and it didn't, and so the system didn't even register that I was sending it all the way across the country. Because it might have been I think they were by store numbers, by site numbers. Anyway, yeah. That was about 6 weeks of my life that made me realize that, oh yeah, I can fuck up and make some really bad mistakes. And my bonus was like $8,000. Yeah, that was wasted on one trip. One trip. Let's just say I fuck up again. Where's that money going to come from? I'm going to end up owing the company money. No. Logistics, not for this girl. No. Logistics, just not for this girl. I really wish it were. But I'm also 20 years older, and that's been something that I've held in the back of my mind every time I get ready to make some big decision is, oh, fuck. Like I said, shit happens, right? So I ended up finishing the project. Well, it came out of my bonus. I think I ended up, in the end, I think I got like a $1,700 bonus. And my exit interview, which was said to be confidential on why I was choosing to leave, was apparently not confidential because it took a toll. Anyway, whatever. Then I went into banking. I did customer service. Imagine that. That's also when I learned about voice tone and how sometimes you just have to fake it until you make it. Oh, good God, girl. Yep, I went to work for Wells Fargo. For a merger and an acquisition. That's when Wells Fargo bought Wachovia. I was hired 6 months ahead of the merger. So I had a 6-month lead time. And I loved my job. Yeah, but that wasn't what I did, Ange. I was banker connection support. So I was only speaking to internal employees. So I was the 1-800 oh shit line. So, like, the banker would call and say, hey, it's my 3rd day here and I have to open an account. Can you walk me through how to do it? Absolutely. I would be more than happy to help. Do you have your back office support website open? If not, let's go ahead and start with double clicking the icon on your toolbar. No, I didn't work inside a bank. I worked at a call center. Worked at a call center.
where I had to play nice with everybody because they were all about inclusion and diversity and equity, but you were paid for performance. It was like training for YouTube. You know, when your job is dependent upon our calls may be recorded for quality assurance and customer service purposes. You know, that message that you hear, that's how you were graded every month. You got 5 call observes. You had a scale of 1 to 5. And all it took was for one call observed to either be a 0, where you gave bad information. Maybe you had a bad day. Maybe the banker didn't clearly convey even after you repeating, and the banker saying, no, that's not what I need, it's this. Yeah. So, unless I... Thank you for calling Banker Connection. My name is Angela. How may I help today? Spitfire Chef. Yes, thank you. How is your day going? Great. Okay. Well, I would be more than happy to help with that. So, if I understand the problem correctly, you can't find the toilet paper at your location. Have you located the janitor closet? No. You don't know where the janitor closet is. Okay. Well, from what I can see, you are going to need to check all around inside of your branch. You're probably going to have to open doors. Don't be afraid to. Knock first. We're going to locate a supply closet. Probably it's going to be a locked door, so you're going to have to go to one of the tellers and ask for the supply closet door key. Right. I got sarcastic there for a second, so yep, that would have blown that right there would have blown the whole call observe. And that's a legitimate example of one that I bombed. It was a paid for performance based company, and they had a points based attendance program. When you got hired, you had 10 points. Say you just called off one day and didn't feel like going to work. That would be 3 points. And that would cost you your month for perfect attendance. We'll say during that perfect attendance, now you're marked down for not perfect attendance, it's cost you points. And say you bomb a call observe, now you're on a learning plan. Yep. I fucking would never go back to work for corporate America. Never. Go fuck yourself. All while being made to play nice with others. No. Nope. Only took me 7 years to burn through those 10 points. They let me work my final day. And then at the end of my shift, I got called in, and somebody packed my desk while I was called in. And then when they release you, you sign a paper, you give your badge back, and then the security guard escorts you out of the building. It's just how it goes for everybody. Dude. I just giggled. I'm free. And you guys fucked up. And I know where you fucked up. Do you know that I got unemployment for almost 4 years after that? Almost 4 years. Spit up 4, maybe 2. Nope, never do it again. Ugh. And God forbid you showed that you could excel. They'd cross train you and dump you in another queue. And then say you showed that you could handle that, they'd cross train you again and put you in another queue. And then they would on the job shadow you. And you didn't get any more compensation for it because that was expected of you because it was a paid for performance based company. Right? Mm-mm. Talk about feeling like a hamster on a wheel. Nope. It was awful. Ugh. They had diversity inclusion unless you couldn't actually be somebody who could be included or, whatever. I'm so grateful I don't have to do that anymore. Anyway. Well, I guess I'm going to end it here. Charge my phone for a little bit. Then I'll come back and we'll go buy a roast. We got roast money, honey. So, I'll be back a couple hours. Probably won't do the roast today, but it'll be a great thing for Saturday. Because Sunday it's supposed to be a little cool and rainy, so it'll be perfect. We can bake a potato on Sunday. Have the leftover roast remnants, like over mashed potatoes with gravy. Anyway, Hope Echo, thanks for coming in and hanging out this morning. It's always nice to see bush watchers come out. Mystery, I'm sorry about your car repairs. I know it's expensive. And what is true? You're doing the best that you can do. That's all that matters. Be gentle with yourself. Someone that you love an immense amount and is the reason that you're here isn't here anymore. And it's a hard thing. So, mods, thank you for doing your thing. Sorry about the weird one today. Anyway, have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.